anything but combat. That's fun. So basically, it's a pirate ship that's used for sex stuff, basically, I guess. So it's the Grandmaster's pirate ship. So, and the reason why they stole that ship is because that's the only one that can go through. And I kid you not, it's actually this wormhole that actually goes by the Devil's Anus. It's the only way back to Asgard, and the fastest way and most efficient way. And turns, I guess, and Thor finds this out by hand out who he makes telepathic communications with for a brief moment. And because of Asgard in such serious bad shape, people have access, so just the Titans' desperate measures, basically. So one of those things. So they arrive to Asgard. Then Loki gets free from being electrocuted from the one of the people from basically the slave from the that forced into the gliding area on Sakaar. So by accident, so Loki decides to tag along with them and leads them into fighting and also being the backup for Team Thor when they arrive to Asgard to back up Thor, because just in the nick of time, because I guess Loki had to change his heart. So yeah, and so now they're all in Asgard. Thor is fighting the goddess of death, Hela, his sister, first one, ready to get to the throne before Thor was ready to get to the throne. And he finds out that his father is a fucking liar. That he basically covered all of Hela's existence and pretend like she didn't existed. So he says, like, it can't be you that rules because you're just the worst. So, but I would actually love to hand the throne to someone else because I don't even want to be ruled. So, but it looks like it has to be me anyway. So, they basically fight each other. Thor loses his eye. And Hulk's out at that point to take on this giant, massive wolf that to save civilians. And Thor gets stabbed for the heart, and he sees that Loki has arrived to be the backup to save the civilians of Asgard. And even though that's good, things I'm really looking for good on for Thor's sake, because he's getting his ass handed to him, so he gets stabbed for the heart. It was somewhere in the chest. I think he gets stabbed for the heart. So I guess he briefly enters the afterlife to have a conversation with Odin's for inspiration. So Odin says, like, Asgard's not a place, it is the people of Asgard is what makes Asgard Asgard. So he says that he can't defeat her. He knows out his hammer, and literally it's revealed to Odin that that he's not the god of hammers, he's the god of thunder. The hammer was never the source of power; it was helping to control it. And Thor has seemed to get up by saying he's not as strong as his father, so his father responds to Thor and says, "No, you're stronger than me." So Thor basically goes all powerful up, and and shoot out with the biggest lightning blast. And basically goes super in on Hela's army. While Hulk's still fighting the wolf in the river, so anyway, so but it turns out that the biggest flame blast that he actually ever hit, like he had held in the history of flame blasts, didn't even kill her, so she's still standing. So yeah, and Hell's executioner basically retired from the execution and decided to go on the ship with the civilians to away from Asgard and board Asgard. And the reason why I'm telling this because he also decides to help out because he sees the Asgard's in danger and the ship's not leaving because there's too many things going wrong with Hela and the army. So he decides to make a heroic sacrifice and dies after killing all the army people of Hela's army, and also the thing that was weighing the ship down, preventing from leaving. Then he tries to kill Hela and fails, and he gets killed by Hela. So Valkyrie and Thor, meanwhile, distracting Hela. So for Thor's plan, and while Loki goes start Ragnarok and uses the internal flames to unleash this monster and bring it back from the dead so he can destroy Asgard, the planets. So, which in hindsight will destroy Hela. But because Hela dies on Asgard, and if Asgard is destroyed, Hela's just going to get destroyed with Asgard, but she does have powers from Asgard like Thor does. So that's probably why Thor is not as powerful as he was in Infinity War, because Asgard gets destroyed. And probably why he was going to die, why he was dying, and either him has some sort of life support. So basically, he's not as powerful as he used to be after Thor Ragnarok, when Asgard gets destroyed, probably. I just realized that. When we see him in Infinity War next time, where this is right where Infinity War takes off right where Ragnarok left off for Thor's story, okay? I just realized that, so that makes me feel better. So, that's more of a hunch though. That's why this came up with, though. But I think that makes sense. Enough sense. Makes sense. So, Ragnarok is destroyed. Thor is now the king of Asgard. Now he has eye passion, look more like his old man. So hugs his brother, and for real, so they set the coronation stars for the news Asgard for the Asgard civilians to live there, and just when things seem all well and wrapping up nicely and happy, Loki points out it's probably not a good thing for me. I don't know if it's a good thing for me to go back to Earth. What do you think? And he thought it's probably not going to work something else. So next thing you know, Thanos' ship arrives, and that's it. And yeah, so and I leave it in because when basically the Grandmaster actually calls congratulating everyone for winning and overthrowing me. So yeah, this is a very fun. I love this movie. This gets a 10 out of 10.